The Pearl of North Africa, Morocco, is mysterious and beautiful, a blue country just north of the Sahara. Its people are simple and honest, yet deeply conservative. The young women's soulful eyes, hidden behind veils, make it impossible to discern their thoughts. Yet it is in this ancient land, celebrated as the Pearl of North Africa, that a modern woman has broken tradition and stepped onto the world stage. She is Morocco's own pearl, Princess Lalla Salma. She was born into an ordinary family, yet through her intelligence and knowledge, she earned a university degree and became an engineer. At the age of 21, she met the King of Morocco and bravely rejected the idea of a polygamous marriage, insisting that the king sign a marital agreement before she accepted his proposal. After their marriage, she became the first commoner in history to be granted a royal title and, unprecedentedly, accompanied her husband on official visits, no longer confined like traditional royal women, hidden away behind closed doors. She engages in charity, diplomacy, and advocates for reforms to improve women's welfare in her country, elevating their social status. Through her actions, she has shown the world that even in the ancient Arab world, the presence of modern women is undeniable. In 1978, Salma was born in the historic Moroccan city of Fez. Her father was a teacher, and her mother a homemaker. Unfortunately, when Salma was just 3 years old, her mother passed away from illness, and she was raised by her father and grandmother. Despite a childhood marked by the loss of her mother, both her father and grandmother showered love and care on Salma and her sister. Her father, being a teacher, was particularly attentive to his daughter's education. Salma attended private schools throughout her childhood and excelled academically. In high school, she achieved outstanding results and was admitted to Morocco's Higher School of Information Technology, becoming a young woman pursuing engineering studies. It was during her time at school, at the age of 21, that she first met the future King of Morocco at a private gathering. The king was instantly captivated by Salma's beauty and confidence, and her thick, red curly hair. However, Salma did not respond immediately. For her, marrying before graduating from university would mean all her academic efforts were in vain, so she made the king wait. She graduated on schedule, yet still did not accept his proposal, instead taking a job at the country's largest information technology company. She continued to tell the king, who had by then ascended the throne, that he would have to wait. After starting her career, Salma demonstrated remarkable talent and capability in her work. Meanwhile, the king grew increasingly anxious for her to accept his proposal. Under this pressure, Salma, well-educated and ambitious, finally confided in the king the reason she had been refusing him. If he were to marry her, he would have to be faithful to her and could not, like previous kings, take other wives. In Morocco, men have the right to practice polygamy, while women are largely passive and have no say in the matter. The late father of the king had married 2 wives. The king, initially taken aback by Salma's request, did not immediately agree. However, this newly crowned king was not as conservative as his predecessors. Having grown up with a Western-style education, fluent in English and French, and holding several law degrees, he was a monarch of a new era. It didn't take him long to agree to Salma's request. They signed a legally binding marriage contract, becoming Morocco's first royal couple to publicly commit to a monogamous marriage. This public announcement immediately sparked a nationwide debate in Morocco. But the focus wasn't just on the shocking act of signing a contract, it was also for a somewhat amusing reason. The royal family actually revealed the princess's name and photo. Traditionally in Morocco, the royal family never disclosed the names of male members' wives. They had no names, no photos, and never appeared in public. They stayed quietly behind the king or princes, never making a sound. But Salma was entirely different. She not only had a name and a face, but she even stood beside the king. Gradually, the voices of the conservatives were drowned out by the public, and through Salma's beauty and elegance, people caught a glimpse of a new image of Moroccan women. On March 21, 2002, their wedding took place as scheduled. At the ceremony, Salma, dressed in a magnificent gown, sat proudly beside her husband, exuding elegance and grace, truly breathtaking. Even more remarkably, after the wedding, at the king's insistence, the Moroccan royal family did something unprecedented. They bestowed a royal title upon Salma, making her Her Royal Highness Princess Lalla Salma of Morocco. A commoner became a titled royal, and once again, Salma made history. After their marriage, the happy royal couple had a son and a daughter. But becoming a princess did not make Salma retreat quietly into family life. On the contrary, she began actively participating in national public affairs and supporting the king's diplomatic activities. In 2005, she established the Princess Lalla Salma Foundation for Cancer Research, traveling extensively to raise funds and promote cancer research. Moreover, she also became involved in HIV prevention and awareness campaigns across Africa, consistently remaining at the forefront of charitable work. Beyond her charitable work, she also became the first Moroccan princess in history to accompany her husband to official events. She attended meetings with foreign leaders alongside the king, exuding a modern, cosmopolitan aura that matched the presence of first ladies from other countries. In 2011, when Prince William and Kate married, she represented Morocco at the wedding celebrations. Dressed in traditional Moroccan attire, she stood out in the crowd, radiating a unique Arab elegance. Although Princess Lalla Salma has not been heavily involved in politics, her presence alone marks a milestone for Moroccan women. From a commoner with a background in science and engineering to a widely admired Moroccan princess, Salma has, through her independence, intelligence, and charm, written a new chapter for Morocco and the Arab world. The road ahead remains long, but it is precisely the emergence of women like her that helps guide the world toward a better future.